And check.
All good. Okay, we're live. Let's see.
We are live.
Comment. We are live show. Okay.
Well, I'm happy you know this technology because I'd be lost.
Why? It's the more you play with it, the more you get to know it. It's not that complicated. StreamYard's done. It's obviously fit for live streaming for dummies. Seriously, so easy.
Well, if it's for dummies, I might be able to.
You'd be all right.
Okay, well, you tell me when to get started, and we'll go into the spiels.
You do your thing.
Do my thing.
You do your thing.
Hey, 1 second here. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here for a 2026 Long Lake Walleye Masters boat ranking draw. It's always exciting because this means we are officially ready for another season. Winter. But it can't be all tournaments. So this helps build up the angst, the anxiousness for it all. Yeah, this year, a little bit of changes happening on, nothing too severe. We're looking to host the same kind of great event with the same kind of great support. 2025 was a strong year for Long Lake. We saw competitive weights, great sportsmanship, and a community that continues to show up for the event time after time. It just, for a man of many words, I often come up short on words to acknowledge our true appreciation for what everybody does. The sponsors we had in 2025 were outstanding. Lost for words. They are amazing. It's because of all of them that we can do this for you all. Not going to list every one of them. You guys have heard me list them all. And hopefully every one of them is going to be back with us this year. And I'll be spewing off that list as often as I can because it really does mean that much to us. To our 2025 sponsors, you are the backbone of this tournament. Without you, this event does not happen. I do want to, give a real big shout out to the sponsors, to the special prizes sponsors, the community partners, everybody, jumping in to make sure that Long Lake can be put on the map and have something very proud of. It's all because of them. It really is. And our great crew. I mean, our team is phenomenal. I've sat on a lot of boards and been a lot of part of a lot of organizations, and this one really is awe-striking to see how everybody works together. An idea comes, and sometimes that idea is just brought on full bore, and sometimes it has to be tweaked and worked with through, the conversation that's had amongst the committee, and it always comes out to something phenomenal. With 2026 upon us, it's I'm finding myself a lot of loss for words. Hopefully I can fine tune that before the event. That'll just lose my voice from rambling. But yeah, 2026, is going to bring upon a whole new or same level of opportunities. Sponsors are always going to be at the forefront. The show is going to be epic with all the anglers. The anglers bring so much character to it. Their excitement, their back and forth camaraderie, and also the competition that they bring. They come here fierce, hungry for it, and it really brings a life to it. And then you got even the local anglers. It makes them rise to the occasion, put on their best hat, come out and work strong for it. With 2026, we're building this event not just as a tournament, but as a weekend that benefits local business, tourism, and the entire region. It really is all of that. It's all of that in a short amount of time. So with that, I think we're going to move on to our next stage here. You know, it's yeah. You know what? I can ramble all night. Everybody that's watching, everybody that's been a part of the event knows how I can be. But without further ado, I think we came here for a purpose tonight. And this is going to be, you know, all of the anglers that signed up before the deadline, which I believe was January 10th. Christelle, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Whoever registered, the cutoff date was January 10th. After that, you just move forward. It's
Okay.
the next goal. Yeah.
Oh, there is some parts. Christelle made me a list of things I'm supposed to cover, and I'm not great with this technology, so I missed some parts.
It's okay. But I think since we're here, might as well talk about, the rules for next year, especially the 1 over and 3 under, and real quick, why and what does that mean for that specific rule, meaning that,
Well,
for example, anglers are allowed to fish by themselves.
They are. I think all of us would rather them be a 2-man team or 2-person, 2-angler team. But should it be a situation where they prefer, or someone had to drop out last minute and they couldn't find a replacement, I think that's fine. It's in their best interest, in my opinion. You got 2 lines in the water as opposed to 1. But I mean, with the new rule structure, there's nothing limiting them, right? That's a great point to bring up. The 1 and 3 has been discussed for a few years amongst the NOWT and different tournaments. And this year we thought, we had a lot of feedback from anglers. We've had feedback from the community. We've had feedback from our committee. That's a lot of fish to manage in a short amount of time. And in the interest of conservation, helping the fishery, helping us sustain this event for hopefully generations to come. It was a decision that we took. It wasn't an easy decision to make, but we felt it offered, good resolution to some of the things that people look at when they're looking at an event like this. A lot, especially now with forward-facing sonar and stuff, a lot of those bigger breeder fish are being brought up where they weren't in the past. They're being sought after, targeted, and so they're getting more exposure than they're used to. And we want to keep that breeding going. We want to keep these fisheries very, very healthy. It's important to all of us. That's part of the sport, and it's something that we take great pride in, is always doing our best, always trying to be at the forefront of things that are going to help improve it along the way. And I mean, it does increase also the competitive. You can get a team of 2 with all the technology and stuff that goes out, and they target 2 monsters that they've seen on there and that. And we've seen it. You often got a lot of the same teams that are at the top 10, which is, I mean, it's a testament to their skill, how hard they work to fine tune those abilities. But we feel that this also, with the 1 and 3, can offer an opportunity for more competition. Someone can always get lucky with one big fish, and we know that. If you don't have that technology, jigging a minnow in Long Lake can go a long way. So there's always an opportunity to snag one of those monsters that are in there. I'm still blown away we haven't hit the 10-pounder. I don't know how that hasn't happened yet, but
I know. Just so you know, your camera's off, Alan. I didn't want to cut you off, but your camera's off. So
okay, I think that might be because I was looking at my cheat sheet. Yeah, it's nobody needs to see my ugly mug anyways. But no, I believe this is going to be something that's at the forefront. That's going to be, and it seems like it's catching on. I think the NOWT is instilling it. It's a good opportunity. It's good for us. It's good for competition. It's good for the lake. I fail to see a negative. I'm sure at some point there's going to be some angler that's going to be able to bring me some points that dispute my belief in it. But I'm a firm believer. The committee was pretty quick, and I think you can attest to that too. The committee was pretty quick to say yes to that idea.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta admit that that new rule really didn't come from us. I really
No,
have to say that the credit needs to come from the credit goes to Jason Doyon. Seriously, he's been pushing this for almost 2 years prior to the tournament, and I think he was seeing something we didn't. And with where it's going, like you were talking about the live, the forward facing sonars and all that, I think that was an easy decision for us to make at that point for the survival of the fish, and even for the competitive way of like fishing all by yourself for a 1 over and 3 unders. That will probably just help with, anybody can win now. Like seriously, it's everybody's games. It feels more fair, but at the same time the main reason was more about like the fishery and the future of the tournaments, because at some point we had to make some changes.
well, and I do want to make a point on that with Jason bringing it to us. Perfect example of an angler or someone with a concern coming to us, not just with a blurb of, oh, you guys should do this. Jason came
Right.
prepared. He had data. He had what they call now on online. He had receipts. He had documentation. He was clear and concise in his delivery. He brought good, solid points to it, and it honestly, the way he spoke and the points that he made really made it undeniable. I'm not well versed in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That man spends hundreds of hours more on the water than I do. He's in a community of people that are at the forefront of all the scientific data, things like that. And coming to us, well educated and well prepared, made it easy for us. And I want to speak to that in the aspect of we're always open to angler engagement, community engagement. If anybody has questions or concerns, if you come to us with solid points,
You're cutting
the
off. You're cutting off.
proper data and that, we're always going to be willing to work with you, especially when it's in the interest of improving us and the tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree. Amen to that. So we're in 2026. We have the boat ranking draw tonight. I didn't count how many boats we had. Just a sec. We have 17 boats that made the no 16. Sorry, because I had Gary there twice. So I'm gonna move that up here. We have 17 that registered on time for the boat ranking draw. We're not changing the price, the registration fee, still 350.
We were pretty
And we
firm on that
have
one.
lots
We're
of
pretty
prizes
firm on that
again
one.
for this year, and lots of. I think we've shown the sponsors from last year, but we're already seeing the love and support for 2026. So we're coming full force.
Oh, the community's already getting ready. There's already discussions when I go to the hardware store.
Are
Or
you
the
still there? Oh, okay.
It's already building the buzz. Everybody's, we still got shacks on the ice, but the conversation's starting to sway
Good.
towards that.
Right on. So let's get to it.
Yeah, without further ado,
Let's
we
do
got
the boat
16
ranking
teams.
draw. I'm going to take some notes. Pardon me?
Oh, I didn't say
I'm
much
going to
there. I
share
don't know what's going
screen.
on. Big delay.
Share screen. Williams share. All right. I'm going to bring this up here in a moment. We have lost Alan. Oh, man.
Lost me? How about now?
Okay.
Hello?
Well, we have lost connection and we're back. He's still there. You're good. It's Crystal cutting off. Okay, weird. Okay, I guess that was me the problem.
I don't know. Mine went wonky too. I only got 2 bars. Imagine that crappy cell service in the north.
I changed, so I have 2 Wi-Fi in the building, so I changed to the other, like the box that is really close to me, so there's no excuses. So I have no idea what's going on. Oh man, it's too cold outside. So, okay. Let's try this again. Alain said, "You're good, Alan." It's Crystal cutting off, so there you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's her fault for once.
It's my fault. I'll take the blame. Share the screen. Okay. Wheel of names. And you're like, we can hear you way better now. So, yes,
Yeah.
the problem. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 teams. The list was on Facebook for a while. The thing about registering, you guys, you need to make sure that even if you're sending an e-transfer, you have to fill out the form, because the form goes automatically in the Excel sheet. Of course, we're always looking at that first, and then we link all payments together. There was 2 teams that had a payment, but no form. It's okay, but it's just we need to have your information, even if you were fishing last year, even if you've been fishing for 10 years. It's just that every year when you register, it goes into the ranking the way you register. So after, like before January 10th, it's not that bad, but if you want to be the next boat in line, you have to fill out the form and then you send your e-transfer, or you pay with a credit card or a debit card online.
So I think we've had a few since then, though, too. Hey, I think we're probably sitting close to 20 now, I think.
Close to that, yes. We just have 16 on the boat ranking draw, but we got more after January 10th.
Falling in that first come, first serve. So note that, folks. There's still lots of spots, which is a good thing, but now it matters because when you register, it drops you into that ranking, right?
Exactly. So we're going to shuffle that a little bit. Why not? Because, it's fun.
Don't get too click happy.
Okay, I'm going to make it bigger. Oops. Okay.
Spin the wheel, Vanna.
Spin the wheel. So boat number 1.
Luc Diot and Steve Darrois. 2 gentlemen from north of here in Nakina. Luke and I have been talking throughout the year. I think he's excited for the event.
Beautiful. Number 2.
Gary Salinger. As happy as I am to see Gary fishing again this year, gonna miss him. He was a big help last year. He really, really was. Perfect example of small town, somebody jumping in to help out.
Mm-hmm. Boat number 3.
Dylan Megan and Greg Wilson. I believe they're from, one of them's from Nakina as well. We're getting a good showing from the Nakina crowd in the last few years here. It's exciting. I like seeing Greenstone come together like that.
Boat 4.
Sébastien Lizotte and Cédric Seguin. Well, we know the first one just a little bit, eh, Christelle?
Just a little bit.
I can't say I know Cédric, but he must be good peoples.
Cédric had another partner last year.
Okay.
So I know for a fact that there are a few teams. For example, for Sebastian, usually fished with Jeff. I think Jeff retired this year. Sebastian was looking for a partner. Cedric stepping in for Lolak. But I know there are teams that are not fishing with their partners this year. Seen a few. Yeah, interesting.
I wonder if it's just separations or full-on divorce.
I don't know. I don't want to know. The only thing I know is why not? And let's have fun.
Well, that's the big thing. It's important to keep the fun aspect in all of it, right?
Yeah.
Next up, another team of locals. Ed Tulin and Lisa Tulin. They've been with us since the very beginning.
Yes, through that. Okay, we are both 6
I'm seeing
now.
a pattern here. It's mostly all locals. That means all you people from far away got to start paying up. Get in there. Oh, two-time champion Mike Capetti and his son Nolan Capetti. They did very well last year, too. I think Nolan walked away with heavy arms. So he had a lot of stuff to carry, I believe.
Usually after tournaments, it's all a blur for me.
Yeah. Alain and
Both-
Brian Peltier, father-son duo from Geraldton. They've been fishing these events forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
They're the old of the old.
Well, I wouldn't say Brian's that old, but Al, maybe a little bit.
Well, Al, not only he fishes, but he do have to put up with Donna and the fishing tournament she organizes too. So that's a double wham.
Well, I hear it could be Danielle Gay and to be announced. We'll have to stay tuned to bring it on with them.
So Danielle was boat number 8. I just need to write that down. Sorry. Okay. Boat 9.
Jonathan Morin and Zachary. Is it Morin or Maury?
Oh, Morin. Probably
I
cut it too fast.
No worries.
Father and son.
Another one, eh? I like that. I really like that.
Boat number 10.
Oh, Bobby Beaulieu and Michael. I like how you only have the first name. Michael Gauthier.
You know what? I copy paste from what
They
the
put?
Angler register. So
Hey.
whoever fill out that form, missing the last name.
That's okay. Michael's famous. We all know who it is.
That's okay. Yeah.
He is the
It's-
Michael.
Boat 11. So Bobby was boat 10.
Pascal Turgeon and Patrick Bolduc.
Yes.
I think I just saw some exciting news today about Patrick. I think he's
Yeah,
new business.
Patrick. Yeah, he bought Future Electronics.
Good for him. Hey,
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
yeah, well, Victor has been doing it for a long time, and yeah.
Well, hopefully his boss will give him the time off.
Yeah, right. It's the worst.
Alain Mercier and Jean Mercier.
Boat 12. Another father, son.
Yeah.
Boat 13.
Corey Victor and Ken Casey.
So Bobby said, I wasn't sure if I wanted Michael Gauthier this year. Okay. Funny. All right. So we're at boat 14. Bernard.
Bergeau and to be determined. We'll have to see who Bernie's taking on. He usually has quite the knack of reeling somebody in that's going to add to his overall standings. And a long-time fisherman for these tournaments. He was fishing tournaments before I knew what tournament fishing was.
All right. Boat 15.
Donald Chabot and Richard Brochu.
Donald was the very first to register.
He was right on top of it.
Oh yeah, he was like in our ass to get those registration open and to get it done. But I think the reason why we're gonna do the last one, boat 16, is Pierre Lapointe. That one's easy. Lapointe.
Yeah, and Benoit Lapointe, another father-son team.
Yeah. So I think it took a while for us to get the registration out because there's so many details we want to make sure, right? We want to, because when you register, that means you register to the format we are doing. We don't like any surprises. We don't want to change anything along the way. So what you see is what you get. $350 for the registration. We were changing the one over and three under. So after all those decisions were made, we do not want to make any changes. So sometimes it takes a little longer.
No, that's exactly it. That's why it was delayed this year. We knew that there were some changes on the forefront. We weren't sure what all the changes. We had different things thrown at us that we really wanted to have in-depth conversation with the whole crew and make an informed decision. And so, sometimes it's better to be upfront saying before you register, this is what we're doing. And if somebody for some reason chooses that they're not in favor of it, they have the option of not registering.
Right.
Ideally, we hope that they put their faith in us, that we're going to do our best and try to do what's best for the event, always moving forward, always improving. But we always want to be forthcoming of anything that we're tweaking as probably the best way, because realistically, the core of what we do, the show we would deliver, the level of competition on the water, all of that stays the same. So with that, I think we've got the lineup. Do you want to go through it one quick time in case somebody's just jumping on now, Christelle?
For the list?
Yeah,
sure.
even if you just read out the captains.
Okay, so we have boat number 1, Luc Diot and Steve Deroy. We have boat number 2, Gary Selinger. Boat 4, Luc Diot, Gary, Dylan
Megan,
and Greg Wilson. Boat number 4, Sébastien, Lisette, and Cédric. 5, Ed Tulin and Lisa Tulin. Well, is it Lisa or Eliza?
Lisa.
Okay.
She can correct me if I'm wrong, or he will at work.
Where I'm at. Okay, I'm just gonna put the numbers beside it because looks like I can't follow my list. Okay, 6 is Mike Campetti and Nolan. Number 7 is Alain and Brian Pelletier. Number 8 is Daniel Gay. Number 9 is Jonathan and Zachary Morin. 10 is Bobby Beaulieu and Michael. 11 is Pascal Turgeon and Patrick Boduc. Both 12, Alain Mercier and Jean Mercier. 13, Corey Victor and Ken Casey. 14, Bernard Boyarjon and TBA. 15 is Donald Chabot et Richard Brochu. 16, Pierre Lapointe et Benoît Lapointe.
There we go. So that's our first 16. The rest, as mentioned in the post leading up to this, first come, first serve. Do not hesitate. Get your name in. Fill out the form.
Yes.
The form can be found on our Facebook page at the very top as you're scrolling down. There is a pinned post that says register here. You click that. And I'm told, I haven't had to do it, but I'm told it's pretty seamless. The people that arranged it, she did a really good job.
Well, I try to make it easy. It's not always easy, but this one is. And you just have to go through the whole thing. And at the end, it gives you the choice. Either you send an e-transfer or you pay with a credit card. If you pay with an e-transfer, it stops there. If you get an email, don't worry about it, about the extra fee. You do send the $350 only. You don't send the $360, I think, something. It's because if you pay with a credit card, there are some fees. If there are 100 team and it's $16 per team, it's like $1,600. So that's why if you want to pay with a credit card, the anglers are paying that fee, but you don't have to if you send an e-transfer, or even if you really want to give cash, you can always show up at the shop or one of us. Just give us a call. We'll make arrangements. But and if you want to pay with a credit card, there is a link underneath there. You just click the link and you just put in your credit card information. It's super easy. But I think people are getting confused of the email they get. They see $364. It's really $350 if you send an e-transfer.
Okay, so that's simple enough. And I mean, if anybody has any questions or concerns, we're easy to get a hold of. Facebook Messenger. Most of us are locals. Most of us can be found online. Our committee is very helpful. We all get together. We have a group chat going at all times. So it's actually pretty quick from what I gather. Most of the times trying to get a hold of us. 2026, here we go.
Come on. Bye, gang.
Thanks, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Good.